I'm a licensed clinician, I'm also just a person. I love to be able to be in my real life and speak from that point. And that's where this podcast is coming from. So enjoy.
Searching for truth, looking for answers. There must be a way to another day.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi,
Yo.
everyone. Welcome to Keanvenient Truth.
Here we are.
Here we are, another Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well. I am tired. I don't know if you can see from my
Why are you so tired?
face. I just think I'm just like more like I just have a lot going on in my mind. Like I have a lot of stuff up here, so it's like a lot of stuff I'm doing for the business, and we're getting the group practice going, and we're getting credentialed, and so I'm going back and forth with that, insurance companies, and then I have to find a licensed clinician, anyone who's hearing this, who lives in Rhode Island, who is a clinician licensed and wants to work at Infused with Love Therapy part-time.
Looking for people.
Direct message us. So now I'm doing that, which I didn't realize how difficult it was to like find
a good therapist.
Find good. Yeah. I mean, it's like either people flake or then they don't show up. We had one girl not even show. We had one girl, I actually felt bad, right? And I empathized with her because she has a daughter. So I totally understand.
She was late.
She
didn't show up.
She bailed last minute, literally.
It was literally like
at the time of the interview.
5 minutes before.
Because her daughter was sick, which I was like, you know what? I get it. Let me just give her the benefit of the doubt. I understand. She's a single mom, I think, all about single moms. And then the next day we rescheduled it. The next day we show up again, we're there, and then nothing. Like we didn't get.
And mind you, I'm not normally there at that time or whatever, so I like rescheduled things just to be there. It's like, but you know.
So that happens, guys.
Good luck to her. Good luck to her.
That happens. So trying to find a clinician. What else do I have going on? I'm booking myself with group therapy. So now I have Wednesday group therapy and Saturday group therapy going on.
The new group. How's that going? The grief.
I just started it. It's great. Grief and trauma groups on Saturdays at 10 a.m. It's going really well. It's just started. So I'm doing that now. Then I'm booking people on Wednesdays now because I figure my mom's here. And so I have time to do that. So I'm doing that because I have like people on wait list right now. So on top of everything, I have this lump that is in my chest, breast area, and it's hard and hurts, and I think I'm okay. I feel like I'm okay, but that's kind of like in my head too a little bit. So I just have a lot going on.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm tired.
I'm just tired from smoking too much weed last night.
Oh, God. Jeez.
Yep, and that's it. We watched the fights last night.
Watched the fights last
Sort
night.
of. We didn't
Definitely
buy,
not worth buying.
Yeah, we didn't get the main card because we weren't really into it. We only wanted to watch a couple other fights. But
yeah.
UFC 310. Yeah, there was some good fights in the prelims, and not much to talk about, really.
No, everything was basically like what I could imagine to be blue balls. Like everything was like I was in it, right? And I was going and anticipating, and I was like, yeah, all right, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, you know? And I had all this build up, and then it's like when it was going, I was like, this is it? Like, that's it? That's all I get?
There we go.
Now I have to wait until the next pay-per-view, which by the way is until after January. And who's that? I don't even know.
There are some good fights,
but it better be
coming
bangers.
Up in January.
Yeah, there are. There are.
Yeah, just putting it together.
Yeah. So that's why I'm tired. I have a lot going on. I did schedule my next diagnostic mammogram, and that is January 7th. Everyone, just in case everyone is interested in what will be going on with this lump that I have. Hopefully nothing. January 7th. We will find out.
Not hopefully. There is nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, there's nothing.
So, yeah, I don't know what we're talking about. But whatever.
Does this make you scared?
No, I just think it's like there's no point in putting any like questionable or worrying energy into.
Well, it's hard to do. Yeah. Yes, it's hard to do. I mean, like, I'm not like thinking about it all the time, but I mean, like, it is something that pops in my head as like a worry thought, which I can't imagine that would never pop in anyone's head who's going through,
Yeah, I mean, you gotta just try and stay positive about everything. That's all.
Okay.
Try and do around it.
Okay.
Well, no, you know why? Because your mom said something the other day, and she's just like, oh, I hope everything's gonna be okay, blah blah blah. And I was like, listen, you gotta put good energy into Aaliyah. Like, she's obviously lit. Like, you obviously have those fleeting thoughts because it's happening to you, right? But everybody else outside of you should just be like, good energy, everything's good.
Right. I don't want anyone's negative energy. Yeah.
No worrying energy, because especially like if you have no control over it. Never mind your mom or me or anybody else. Like, we definitely have no control over it. So me worrying about it is like literally doing nothing but putting negative energy towards it.
Yeah. My dad was the best person. I called him and I was like, hey, Dad.
Really? He's the fucking fear master.
But not when it comes to medical stuff. When it comes to medical stuff, because he's a doctor, he goes into doctor mode. That's all you get from him. So it's very like, I was like, hey, Dad, so there's this like hard lump in my like breast chest thing. It hurts, really painful, blah, blah. I have to get a diagnostic mammogram. They're going to tell me that day. And he was just like, okay. When is it? January 7th. Okay. What breast? Like,
collecting data.
Right. The right one? Okay. And do you have the image of your last mammogram? And I'm like, well, they have it in the system. Okay, yeah, because they're going to need that to compare, because that's how they do that, and blah, blah, blah. It was very like doctor talk. And then at the end, he was like, okay, well, love you. I'll talk to you later. I was like, okay. Love you, bye. Well, that's how he is in those situations. He's so fear-based with everything else, but medical stuff is where that's where he thrives, right? That's his jam. Medical stuff, he's like switches it, and suddenly he's like, whoop, in a whole different zone. Yeah, so he's good for stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So we shall see. Anyway, what do you want to get into today?
Oh, man. Well, that's what we were talking about.
Huh?
That's what we were just talking about before we got on camera.
You don't have anything, so I'll go. I actually was thinking about online dating. I was thinking about online dating. I'll tell you why. Thinking about online dating because, I have some friends who are still single who are still online dating, So I'll hear about it, and I'll hear about their ventures and what's going on. And I feel like there's been a shift in online dating since we were online dating and met.
Like shift, how so? Like good shift, bad shift?
I think it's a negative shift. I don't
really?
think that. Yeah, I think that I'm not sure if people are like backing away from online dating or if more people are getting on, but I feel like the pickings out there, it's just real. Like, it's more slim, and it was already slim.
It should be more now.
You would think.
Because that was like 5-6 years ago.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. And I would think that in today's society, people would go into it being like way more like
that's normal
and like way more matter of fact. Like, people are still playing games. Like, I hear back and I'm like, they're like, oh, well, he texted me, but then I'm just gonna wait for him to, and I'm like, girl, why are you waiting for him to text you back? Like, just text. If you want to say hi, just say hi. You will soon know if they're feeling that vibe or not.
Yeah. It's literally like a place to, it's the point of like connection. That's it. There shouldn't be like this like week-long thing of like going back and forth on the app and shit like that. It's like, no, I like you, you like me. Okay, here's my phone number. Let's go grab coffee or something. Like, and if it's not, then move on to the next. Move on to the next. Move on to the next.
Move on to the next. I feel like that's what makes it difficult to online date for people, because they're, first of all, one, online dating, so I'm not seeing anybody in person, right? So I have to go by these like profile pictures and like what
Which
you
are
say on
all
your profile,
half of
right?
them are bullshit.
Right. Then two,
Which is they're just lying to themselves by posting like
Totally.
other pictures of themselves too.
totally. Then two, I have to now, go back and forth on this app, like just to kind of like, hey, what's up? And have like small chat, right?
Yeah.
Then we'll start texting, and it's like, then I gotta fucking do the whole, okay, like date thing, okay. And then it's just like such a long process where I'm like, you guys and girls, let's make this very, very easy, okay? If you are currently online dating, a couple tips. One, your profile pics. Let's talk about that. Your profile pictures, for, I could only speak for the guys because that's what I was
I'll
looking
speak
for.
for the girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's probably the same shit.
So your profile picture should not be all pictures with sunglasses. Take those bitches off. Okay? I want to see your eye color. I want to see your... I can't meet you in person until I fucking actually meet you for a date. So I need to really see everything in this picture. Don't give me sunglasses for every single fucking picture.
Which is why I think actually for guys, potentially a topless picture actually may be beneficial to kind of really show what your body actually looks like, as opposed to like wearing like frumpy clothes and like you don't really know till you get there.
Yeah,
if
I
it's
mean,
done
like,
if it's done in the
do you know
right
what it would
way.
be? Okay, here. If it's a picture for guys, if it's a picture of of you and your shirt off, but it's like an action picture,
Right, like
or you're like with friends doing something. Let's say you're playing volleyball, you're playing tennis, you're on a, what do they call those? Four-wheeler, whatever, right? Like something
CrossFit,
something like that. I'll be like, oh, okay, cool. Because now not only do I see your body, but now I'm like, this person's active.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But do not let it be a picture
of you just going like this.
Yeah, okay. Like posing while you're in the bathroom, staring at the mirror, taking the picture.
Yeah.
Guys, these are true. These are true
that.
pictures. People have done this. These are true pictures. Every person listening to this who online dates, who's a male, who has this shit, go into your account right now and delete those fuckers. Okay.
Yo, if anything,
they're not helping you.
That may be because, a guy might not want another guy to take a picture of him with his shirt off. But what you can do, because of technology these days, is set your phone up with the fucking timer on the camera and then go pretend to do something active in front of it. At least it kind of looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody else took the picture.
Set up a whole stage. Yeah, I would do that instead, or something. Even though that's kind of like,
but nobody would ever know. It's like, but that's better than taking a selfie.
No one's gonna know. But now you're selling me a fucking story, because it's one thing if you're out actually on a mountain or on a somewhere with your shirt off doing something active. It's another thing for you to stage a setting at home with your phone here, taking pictures of you with no shirt on, trying to look like you're actually doing something athletic.
I'm coming from the guy's
That's
perspective.
a story.
Coming from the guy's perspective, and
don't sell me a story.
Hold on, because how often? Like I work out often, right?
Well,
when was the last time you ever saw a few times a week, right? When was the last time you ever saw a picture of me fucking working at the gym? Never.
What are you talking about? I have videos of you
working out at the gym.
You have videos that you have posted.
Oh, I post them
of yourself working out.
I posted those. I did that. I said I did exactly what I just told you.
Yeah, but you were actually working out.
But I did. I recorded myself. It was the same thing, staging. I could have been doing that shit at home.
But it wasn't like a fake thing. Like you actually work out. See, that could be hit or miss, because someone could just be basically selling a story and making it seem like they work out and they don't.
Okay. So listen, in that scenario, then you still get a 50-50 chance of like them being active. But you get to see their body, so you know that they're fit, or at least what you're looking for, right? Or whatever.
I guess I'll settle for that.
Yeah,
Just
better than a
don't
selfie
give
in the
me
mirror.
don't give me a selfie in the mirror in the bathroom with your shirt taken off.
Yeah,
Don't do that.
Yeah, just
Okay, get rid of it. The other thing, hats. Now, granted, I love a guy in a hat. You know, I mean, it's hot, sexy, cute, etc. But I don't know if you guys have seen the shooter who shot the United Healthcare CEO, because
Like how you just blended that in there.
he was wearing a hoodie. And when I tell you, that picture of this fucking guy wearing that hoodie looked like a goddamn supermodel. Fucking
Until you
hot
saw
as
the front of his
shit.
face.
His smile, gorgeous. Pull it up. We need to pull it up. His smile, gorgeous. His cheekbone structure, gorgeous. I mean, everything about him. Here we go. I have it because I saved it.
Weird.
Yeah. Where's the camera? Can I just put it?
Yeah, but
No one sees that way?
no,
Oh.
nobody's gonna see it. You
All right.
just send it to me.
Okay, let me do that.
Share it.
Let me do that. Because this guy,
do
this one.
Oh no, the airdrop.
Oh, the airdrop. I don't know why you make me do all these things. Just let me do it the way I like to do it.
Doing it the long way.
Your airdrop is not popping
You
up.
see? You gotta give it a second. Jesus. Look, see?
Okay.
There we go. Technology.
And about the United Shooter guy, him in his hood specifically. He's wearing this hood. His face is down. He's got like a side profile going on. The nose, the structure of his face, the smile, gorgeous. Pull it up. And then I'm going to send you the one that you sent me, which is what he really looks like. Okay, so now can we zoom in on his... Damn, son! Look at him! Look at that smile!
Hold on, now.
Wait, hold on.
Where's the one that I sent you?
I'm going to send it to you. But hold on. Look, see how the hat, though. See how he's wearing a hoodie, right?
He doesn't have a hat on.
He's wearing a hoodie, basically a hat, something covering your head and some of your face.
But you were just saying, don't do that.
Of course, I'm trying to make a fucking point here, okay? So, in the hat right now, in this hoodie, he looks good, guys. He looks like he could legitimately be a model in this picture. Look at his nose.
Okay, so I see where you're going with this. So
Look at his smile.
While you're doing that, send me the other one.
Look at his cheeks. I feel like his name is like Angel. Something like that.
Like Fabian or
like no, it's not Fabian. It's like I don't know. It's like I can't think of anything but Angel.
Like Adrian, maybe.
Adrian. Let me see. Okay, now let me send the other one you sent me.
Looks like an Alex.
Alex. He looks like an Alex. Yeah, he could be an Alex. Now, I don't know if this picture you sent me is the actual picture, but this is the actual picture of him without his hood covering his face so much. Airdrop. There you go. Now let's pull this up. And again, I don't know. This was on X, Twitter, so, you know, no idea.
Well, I'd have to go back to the post again.
No, it's right there, side by side.
Yeah.
Side by side. Now,
No, we should just pull
I
this one.
want to be clear. Let me do a disclaimer before I get into this, okay? Guys, we as people, everyone's got different looks. Everyone looks great in their
women
own
out there
ways,
probably
right?
think he's good looking.
People are beautiful, inside out, whatever. I'm not here to shame. I swear, I'm really not. I'm just trying to make a point about how deceiving hats or hoods or anything covering your face in certain ways can be when you're trying to online date, post pictures with only hats on. This is the point I'm trying to make.
This is the problem.
You have Alex Fine on the left side, my left.
But then you got the guy you're actually gonna meet when you go get coffee on the right side.
And then you have
You're like,
Tommy.
hey,
I don't know.
what happened
Tim.
to the supermodel in the picture? No,
Dave.
didn't show up.
It's
to the
just, and
meeting.
again, nothing wrong with the way that he looks, but it's not looking like that picture. We can all at least agree on that.
That's true.
Okay. So
Don't do
that's
that.
That's an online dating no-no. That's an online dating no-no.
Just take realistic pictures. Like, and updated too. Not like fucking from even like a year ago. Like, just take some new pictures.
You want to have at least like a collection of pictures that show different sides of you. And that was the thing about your profile that I really loved, was you were on a mountain bike doing some mountain biking in one picture. Then in another picture, you were like out to dinner with just some friends. You were like dressed up. Then in another picture, you were just like with your family, just chilling.
Mine actually blew yours away. I mean, yours was pretty not extensive.
My pictures were there,
but
my actual profile in terms of what I said was not, because at that point I was like, look, guys, you either like me or you don't. It really is that. It's really.
How do we know if we like you?
It's really that. Well, see, give it a go.
Now, this is a perfect example, right? Like,
I haven't finished with the guys yet, but go ahead.
Some guys are thinking the same way you did. You know, I put some pictures up there, and you know, I told them what I'm about, but you weren't really like.
All of my pictures on my profile were all accurate, and I wasn't wearing things that covered me up. You saw how I looked face-wise and body-wise. You saw it all. In my profile, in terms of what I wrote, I said, not here to fuck around, not down for the fuckery.
But you were doing that all the time, though.
No, but at that moment, though, when I was meeting someone online, I was still like, don't come at me if you're going to come at me with just some stupid shit. So, like, you know, like, I mean, we can date and have fun, but like, I'm not about all these games at fucking 38 years old at that time, or like 37.
Pre-games, is that what you're saying?
The games of like the back and the forth and the whole like, I'm going to text you on Monday, but then I'm not going to fucking text you back until like next Monday because I was so busy. Fuck out of here, so busy. Like, that whole entire statement needs to come out of your sentence if you're telling people that, oh, I was busy. That's like the worst excuse in the world. You were busy. Bitch, we're all busy. Okay? We're all busy doing something, but I can tell you right now, if I want to speak to somebody, I will make 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes in my day to text someone and say hello because I wanted to do that.
Okay, continue on with your...
Thank you. So the hat thing, the hood thing, okay? Just, if you want to have one, that's fine, but the rest of them need to have none of that.
Yeah. How many pictures should there be?
I would think at least a good 5.
Minimum 5. Yeah.
I would say at least a good 5.
And they can't all just be on your fucking face either.
No, you have to have full body shots.
At least a couple full body shots.
You gotta have full body shots. Because again, I'm not meeting you in person. Like, this is all I have. Don't just give me from here up. Like, what the fuck is that? The answer is no. I'm swiping the other way.
Way more than guys, I think.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
That's just crazy to me.
And think about it too. Girls take pictures with like a shitload of makeup and they pimp it out. They have the fucking filters on. You don't know what the fuck you're looking at with girls. You're just like, I hope so.
Oh, that's true. A lot of filters probably out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many girls have you met from online that didn't look the same?
Oh my God. At least half of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's always something. That's why I just started like doing like coffee dates, because I'm like, there's a 50-50 chance here. You know? And if it sucks, then, and I'm not just talking about looks, you know, there's also other things too, but you know, obviously looks is what's the initial attraction. That's all you got really on these like platforms. That's
initially well because you're swiping looks. Too.
Yeah,
so
it's like all about viewing.
Picture pops up. It's not like what they wrote pops up. Their picture pops up.
That should be a new app. Just your
what
profile
they wrote pops
and
up.
You pick on that and you swipe and you say you like, and then they show the picture and then you get to like again or not or something.
It's like a Love is Blind but for online dating.
Yo, That would be more
Why do we
interesting.
always have such good ideas? It's
know.
like we have
That
so
would be
many
more
good ideas.
interesting, I think. Like if you're sitting on the toilet, just reading profiles and be like, "Oh, this guy sounds interesting," and then you're like, "Don't really like what he looks like."
Right, but you were feeling his profile and what he had to say. So it's like, what's more important to you at that moment? Do you want someone that actually has substance and who you feel like really gets you and vibes with you, or do you want someone just solely based on looks? Luckily for you, you had both.
Not solely. You want both. That's what I was trying to put on there.
Well, you want both, but I also believe that what someone says and who someone is on the inside could really truly make someone like extremely attractive on the outside.
Yeah, but you would have to be open to going into that, like, with the hopes of that, I guess.
Like, let me see. For
Why
example,
would you got like millions of people or whatever, hundreds in your area or whatever that are potentials. Why would you risk it? You're wasting your time, you know?
You are, but like, for example, Adam Driver, the actor. So I don't know Adam Driver, obviously, but in my mind, he seems like he's like a really great person. So that's what I'm going off of. But physically, for me, he's not like someone that I would see at a bar and be like, oh, that's someone I want to have sex with, right? But because of who he is, like when I've seen him being interviewed and the roles that he's played, I actually now believe that Adam Driver is extremely sexy. I'm so into him.
But although you still don't even really know him, you only know what the media has portrayed of him.
I know, that's why I said I'm just going based on what I think about him. But like, you know, it's still an example of how somebody, based on what you think about them, could just make them look good.
Yeah. I mean, the profile first app that we just created would be a more, I feel, a more intellectual.
That's if you really want to get to know someone on more of an emotional and intellectual level.
Yeah. And then you'd swipe, and then they show the pictures, and then you get another opportunity, and you can.
I don't think they should show. I don't think the pictures should be shown
ever.
No, not ever. But I think that it should take some time. Meaning, like, I think that. So let's say when the first person pops up, their name's up here, and then they're like, you know, profile what they wrote. The snippet is right here. So that's what you read first, right? So I read it. I like it. Now I swipe. What is that? Right, if I like, or something like that. So I swipe right. Bing, bing. We matched, right? Now that we matched, okay, it'll take me on to the second level, which is now I can read his full profile, right? Still with no pictures, his full profile. And now I get to see, you know, all of his likes, things that he's done in life, how he thinks about the world, just anything like that, right? All these things, food he likes, whatever it is, right? And now I'm based on that, I'm like, okay, so now I'm like getting a little deeper into him, you know? But it requires more writing on the person's part, this app. You have to write more.
Yeah, there would only be smart people on this app. Or like, not even just smart, just like freaking people that want to put the time into it.
There would only be people who were dedicated to fucking meeting someone who they actually vibed with.
This would be a legit app, I think. Now, I disagree with the extended profile of the second level. I think the second level should be a profile picture, or like a headshot.
I think that's too soon. Because if I'm trying to get to know you, right, and that's what we want the app to be, then I think that it should be a clip of the profile statement. Your original statement is what you first see. Swipe, we match. Now I get to see your whole profile. Then if I really now am digging you after I read the whole profile, then I get to message you. And then once I message you, then we have access to see the pictures. Bam.
I still think second level. How about second level audio recording?
Ooh, voice. That's a big deal for me. Voice is a deal breaker for me. It really is. I'm sorry to say that, but it really is. I can't. I think pictures. I'm huge with voice.
Because in nature, like naturally, when we're drawn to people, I think it's about the looks. But everybody, like, there's somebody for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
So, yes, like energy. If you could like portray, like, express energy through the app, that would be a whole other level, right? That'd be great. But you know, I think looks is important. It really is, because like, yeah, you can be attracted to somebody. Like, I mean, I listen to all types of different podcasts of like guys and girls that are like, oh my god, super stimulating. But I mean, am I attracted to them? No, maybe in some cases, I don't know, but you know what I'm saying?
I lost you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you know why? Because I got sidetracked. I was looking at someone's comment about the really hot model shooter guy.
Oh yeah, I already responded.
But he said that's a different hoodie though. Where
What's
did
the
the other image come from? Not supposed to be the same, right? Is it? Oh, right.
I don't know.
Right. Is it? I don't know. I have no idea. But
once again, proving our point, right? Like, we don't know. I mean,
he had a hoodie.
or they could be two different people. That was probably a bad example.
He had a hoodie on. You can't tell.
You just tried to like inject that news into what we were talking about, which was smooth. I like.
Because I've been stuck on this model shooter for like days, ever since it came out. It's the hottest shooter I've ever seen.
Okay.
With
so
the
what
hoodie.
I'm saying is, looks are important as well as like their profile and what they're about as well.
No, of course we understand
It's
that.
equal.
But I'm just saying, if the app is supposed to be an app that's dedicated mainly to getting to know someone, then for me, I think that the showing the pictures needs to be at least level 3.
All right, whatever. It's a fictitious app.
Okay, so anyway, so we said no hats, right? No sunglasses.
The pictures.
Five pictures max, each showing you in different areas of your life. Okay, because that's important. And then
What are they talking about? What are they talking about in the profile? What do you want to hear?
So this is the thing. This is a hard one for me because my profile statement was very short. Like I said, it was very matter of fact. I do believe I used the word fuckery. And I was like, don't like any fuckery, straight shooter, matter of fact, don't come at me if you're not any one of these. And that was basically it. Like, I feel like that's literally what I said.
It wasn't much.
That was it.
And it was like one paragraph.
It was really like, and it had
I
nothing
wish we could
about
pull that shit up right now.
I know. What was it? Tinder? Wait, can we like access Tinder and then still access our old accounts?
I don't know, but if we were, we probably should have done that before we got on there.
Hold on. Well, we could do it while we're like here. I mean, this would be so exciting.
No, let's not do that.
I'm going to check it out. Now so mine literally only had about 3 sentences. I know that for a fact. And I know it said nothing about me, but it did say something about me because I was basically telling other people, don't come at me if you're not real, matter of fact, and you're not going to just be honest with yourself and me. I don't want to hear it.
You did not mention that you were a therapist or anything on there, I don't think.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Then that would really wipe out like 75% of your options.
That was hidden. But you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have just fucking put it on there because it would have just limited me.
That would have shut everybody down. Yeah.
Shut it down. Don't come at me if you don't want to have a serious conversation.
Like, I'm fucked up.
Don't come at me if you don't want to be diagnosed
Let's see how fucked
in a matter of 1 hour. Because that's what I was doing.
Yeah, no, I thought it was for a guy. I think it's important to get everything out there, like the pictures. Fucking say exactly what you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Now, guys, this is also going to shut and limit a bunch of shit. Just like if you put a therapist down, like if you're putting down specifically the type of person that you're looking for. 70% of the girls on there are probably not that, or not looking for that, or maybe they are, or I don't know. Depends on what you're actually looking for. But lay it out there. I think that's important. And
oh my god, I think I'm gonna be able to sign in. I'm gonna fucking be able to sign in.
You're never gonna fucking know the password.
539.
Don't give it to
No,
everybody.
this is like a 539690. Watch, because it goes by your phone number. Email. OMG, if we do this
right after.
Sign in with ease by linking.
But now it's not going to show my profile.
Welcome to Tinder. Got my old account back.
Yo, then how do we get your screen on the screen so we can show everybody?
I don't know, but I don't think it's my. I don't think it still has my profile.
Yeah, like you're gonna create a whole profile and guys are gonna start fucking hitting up on that.
Hold on. Let's go. I just want to see if I have access to my stuff, but it doesn't look like I do.
Yeah, just stop the process. Right?
Oh my god, you are freaking out. It's almost my birthday, Tinder. It is December 14th. Look at that. Okay, next.
Dude, obviously
it is going.
It's not. It's just making you
But
make
why
a new
can't I
profile.
just have my old stuff? Oh, it doesn't have to end like this. Are you sure you? It doesn't have to end like this. Are you sure you want to quit? You'll lose any changes you've made.
Changes? You haven't even done anything.
Leave. Tinder, I just wanted my old account.
There's no reset.
Damn. We were almost there. That would have been so good. Anywho, so for girls.
For girls? Yeah,
Yes.
it's gotta be.
What do you what are the no-nos?
Like headshots or like fucking side profile.
Oh,
of
only
your
side
face.
profiles.
Just your face profile of the side like this.
Only side profiles. Yeah, that's not a good one.
Like wear something tight. Listen, even if you're like a larger girl, whatever, like give it to them. They're going to fucking see. So wear your nicest, tightest dress that you would wear out on a
Wear the clothes. Yeah,
whatever the fuck it
be
is.
you. Just wear the shit that you would wear, because when you meet them on the date, they're gonna see all of it anyway. So there's no point of hiding anything when people are unless you're just on the apps just to be that person that wants to make a fucking pen pal.
Right.
Okay. And if you're there to make a pen pal, then you know.
Then actually you're the one fucking it up for everybody else on the fucking site is what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what another good app would be is like you fucking match and then that's it. Like there is no fucking talking. It's like here's the number. There you go. Do what you gotta do.
So you have to create that on your own, because that's what I started doing. Like after a while I was like, enough with this. We matched. Hey, what's
What if
up?
the
Do you
whole
want to
app was like
talk?
that?
Do you want to talk? Yeah. And then I'd be like, here's my number. Text me off this app. And then that's how we go from there.
We call it no fuck around.
That's why I had what I had on my profile thing. That's why I had no fuckery. Don't bring it to matter of fact. Don't give me bullshit.
You on that no fuckery yet? Love that app.
No fuckery.
Yeah. It's literally just like I'd say it's the profile. You flip through the profiles, you pick the right one, and then you get one, and you have to do one full body shot with tight clothes. That's the only picture you get, and then you get the phone number. Done.
Let's just change it a little bit to maybe like a full body shot with form fitting, just like nothing overly baggy.
Yeah.
Just because then I can't really tell
And the app
what's
won't
going
allow
on.
you to post it if it is overly baggy.
But your other pictures can be overly baggy, because I love baggy clothes. That's like my jam.
That's fine. You can wear baggy clothes all the fuck you want, even to the date. But
There's gotta be
I wanna
one.
fucking know.
Just
I wanna
one.
know
There's gotta be
what's
just one.
under the bagginess. Same thing with girls too. I'm assuming, right?
Absolutely, I want to know.
So guys would have to have. This would be the requirement. It would be you have to have a shirtless picture, whether you're fat or whatever the fuck it is.
Active shot though, not just shirtless hanging out with just doing like
Listen,
fucking
but
like.
think about it. This is the app though. This is the app. This is the new, the no fuckery app, right? This is the other app. I don't know what we're gonna call that one, which is also a good idea.
I don't like this app that you're creating.
This is like the new Tinder of our app community.
But the one that you're creating is coming off as like then we can get like body shaming messages.
No, there is no messages.
No, but like we can be targeted as like people who are doing something that's putting people's bodies on display and blah 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 blah, and then we're
the
canceled.
creators of the app would be canceled.
I just want to make sure here that the focus is not just like the focus is that realistically speaking, let me explain it in a nice way. Realistically speaking, okay, you're going to meet the person. So we're going to see each other in their full authentic form. I would just much rather be able to see that before I meet you. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that I'm going to see it before and be like, ill, gross, I'm gone. I'm saying I just want to see it first. I don't want to have a surprise when I get there.
You just want the truth.
Like when I went on the date with the smiley guy. Great date.
Smiley guy?
Great date. Great date. He was fun. We had a blast. But he's literally from the time that I met him until the time that he walked me to my car and I went home, which therefore, I was not into it. So at that point in my life, if you walked me into my car and I left, it was because I wasn't into it, So, but what happened with him was, again, in his profile pictures, he was so good looking. He was nice. He sounded so nice. It was so great. But he wouldn't stop smiling.
Like fake smile?
No, like this the whole time. It was wild.
Hi, nice to meet you.
We'd be having a conversation about like, I don't know, like what I do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm a psychotherapist and I hear like trauma every single day. And, a lot of like really like negative, just like down stuff. It's really depressing. And, it's like, that's what he was doing the whole time.
Smiling.
And I was like staring at it, thinking to myself, this is wild.
Hold on,
like,
how did we get off on Smiley guy?
Sorry. Tangent.
Anyways, so this is how we counteract the potential for getting shut down or whatever. What do they call it? Canceled. So initially, it's only the profile. You don't see any pictures. So it's actually not about the pictures. Pictures are secondary.
So again, it's not the full profile. It's a clip of the profile main statement. Then it's
I don't
the
know.
profile.
I might just say a full profile. Now, this is the No Fuckery app. This is the new improved. We're upgrading the app that we just created a few minutes ago.
Well, if we're upgrading it, then we need to have,
Simplifying.
I think, more stages.
No, I'm talking about the simplifying of it. So it's basically full profile. You read it or you don't read it. Swipe left or right. You like it? Boom. Next thing is a full picture of the person. High quality, right? 4K picture. And then if you swipe right again, you like that, and they also did the same thing to you, number. The end of the app.
Oh, very
That's
simple.
The end of the app.
Very simple. Oh my God, you guys, this would make people's lives who have anxiety so much easier. Do you know how many patients I work with on a daily basis who, like, first of all, I love when they talk to me about online dating because I'm like, this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm into this.
Oh my God, we really should do this.
So I love when they talk to me about it. But do you know how many patients I literally have to be like they'll say something like, well, so we like ended our date on Tuesday and, I texted them like when I got back home and that was Tuesday. And I'm like, okay, well, when did you speak to them last? And they'd be like, that was last time I spoke to them. And now it's like Thursday. And I'm like, okay, so did they text you? And they'll be like, no. And I'm like, well, did you text them? And they're like, well, no, I wasn't going to text. And I'm like, why weren't you going to text? And they're like, well, because like I texted them on Tuesday. So like, I'm not going to text again and be like,
Yo.
Hey, how you doing? And my response to that is always, why not? Why the fuck not? Like I tell my patients all the time, if you are being you and you are being who you are and someone just cannot take that, it's too much for them, too little for them, whatever it is, then guess what? This is great.
You found out real
quick.
We
found out really fast in a matter of 2 days. Now I don't have to waste my fucking time.
Even that's a long time.
Yeah, even a day, right? Like now I get to move on and on to the next. Like it's the best thing. Why would you want to keep it going and add this excruciating anxiety fucking thoughts of whether or not you want to text back onto your plate? Why do that?
Well, I just thought about this too, right? So the whole texting and going back and forth could still continue on even with this version of the app. Because then you got their number, then you can
That's if someone wants to be a pen pal.
Yeah.
But we'll find out because for me, see, this is where everyone has to have boundaries for themselves. Because when I was dating on the online dating things, I had an idea in my mind about how long that would go. So for me, if I noticed that somebody kept on going, like after the first day that we talked on the app, like if they kept going after that and they weren't just like, hey, let's go meet up, then I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm not doing this back and forth. Like, I'm just not doing it. We either meet up or we don't.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
And then I just thought of all these different things now with this too. So then you get like bots on the app, and then you're like, then
What
they
are the
got
bots for?
No, I'm not. That you just have fake people on all these apps. There are. The reality is there are.
Oh, I didn't know
they're
that.
just like, yeah, it's these like freaking what do you call them? They're like data collection companies, and they're just like getting your number so they can.
I don't think I ever got fake people though. Everyone I got was real.
You definitely got fake people.
I met everyone that I spoke to,
Oh, really?
except for the guy who sent me a dick picture.
Well, there are fake people on there.
Interesting.
And those are the ones they become your pen pal. They start talking, then they get information out of you, your address, your freaking, telephone number and shit like that. And then they sell that information to other companies that advertise to, and that's why you get.
Well, interesting enough, I was just reading an article prior to us coming on today, and it was saying actually how, this goes back to the statement that I made earlier, it did say that there are less people doing online dating now. And I'm wondering it's because it has something to do with that, of the selling of information and bots and the stuff that you're talking about.
Probably, but there's a way around that too. I mean, you could just basically even to register. Look, did you see how easy it was to register on Tinder? They're not doing it, but you could require everybody to do a photo ID or something like that on there.
Well, all you had to do, let me delete this for you. All I had to do for Tinder was just, they said, put in your phone number.
Yeah.
So I put my phone number in. It must have it still stored, but then they acted like they didn't know who I was.
No,
I still had to do
a
a whole account.
That's that's how you register.
Interesting.
So, anyways, yes, you could do it like that, but then it's like, okay, now I basically like this person's profile, they like my profile, and I like their picture, and they like my picture, and now we've got each other's numbers. That depending on the person, you might not want it to be them to have your number. So it'd probably have to be like a clone number. It wouldn't be your actual number, right? But it would go to your phone.
To your phone, yeah.
But I was thinking, even that is like, the pen pal thing could still continue on after that.
Listen,
depending.
I don't think the pen pal thing we're going to get rid of. I think that people are just going to be out there doing it. I think that the pen pal thing, you have to just have it in your own mind how long you're willing to have a conversation back and forth with someone online through text before you meet them. That's up to you.
I already have.
I just don't have the time to fuck around.
I have this other idea,
What?
which would be amazing for like marketing and promotions and collaborations and stuff, right? So then the app, instead of giving the number, it just gives two free coffees at a local place, and then you partner the company, the Fuckery No Fuckery app partners with the local Starbucks or whatever in that area, and they're only free if you show up. And then they give you options on what dates or whatever, something like that, what times, and you schedule it. And it's a public place, so it's still like safe, right? But you get 2 free cups of coffee. Boom. Starbucks wins. No Fuckery app wins. The 2 people win. No fucking chit-chatting bullshit. It's like, it's the closest thing to just meeting somebody at Starbucks. I'm good at this.
I like that, and I like that because I truly did not like. Oh, also a no for the dating app people. I did not enjoy only being asked out for drinks at night. Literally, like when you invited me to brunch. This is gonna sound so sad, but when you invited me to brunch, I was like, gasp, brunch during the day
for me.
at 12 o'clock while it's light outside? Like, oh my God, sure, because every guy was like, drinks, nighttime, dark, drinks,
No dinner,
like
dinner.
dinner, drinks, dinner, drinks. And I just felt like that was such a setup of like, okay, so we're going to go to dinner and then we're going to have drinks. And then that leaves room for a possibility of a one night stand.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's like closer to that time where it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Later,
and then you're having drinks, blah, blah, you had a good time,
ha
ha, ha. And now it's like, okay, you know? So I can see how obviously one night stands happen a lot during that setup, right? But if it's a day date, I think that less one night stands happen during a day date than they do at a night date.
Yeah, you gotta have like serious game to have
a day date. You need to be on your shit.
Turn into a one night stand, which I did. We did it. did it.
But I wasn't a one
brunch into a forever night stand.
You turned brunch into a family.
Crazy. Well, you did too. You said yes.
We turned brunch into a child and a marriage.
Crazy.
So that's not a one night stand.
Yeah.
If that happens, that's amazing.
Well, that's what you want, right? That's what we're looking for when you're on these apps.
Unless you're the pen pal. But other than that, yeah.
But there should be apps specifically for, like, they should call it hookup or something like that. And that's what you do on there. And everybody that's on there is that's what they're fucking doing.
It should be clearly stated.
Yeah.
This is for hookups. Hookup app. Hookup. Okay, because people think that Tinder is the hookup app, but here we are, married with a kid. You know what I'm finding is that a lot of people who I've been meeting lately have actually met their partners on Tinder and have gotten married.
Yeah, not to get me wrong, like the hookup app could also lead to marriages. You never know. But the initial intention for that
initial intention is I just want to have sex, man.
Right. And the no fuckery app is all about
let's wean you guys let's wean you guys out because I want to find my person so that I can actually move forward and do what I have the life that I hope to have.
Right. So you like the coffee idea? I mean, think of this too. It's like every coffee company or cafe or whatever on earth would want to like partner with us.
That's a good idea. If we had time in our lives, I'd really want to focus on that, but maybe someone will.
Maybe, but we have it documented here, so don't steal our idea. Or go ahead and steal it. Do the whole thing, and then we'll just break out this video and be like,
actually, it was our idea.
Copyright infringement, sorry.
Now we're going to sue you.
Yeah. Anyways. Please do it. Please, whoever's out there, if you're a programmer and you make apps, go for it. We'll see you in a couple years.
How many apps are out there? How many dating apps are created by a husband and wife team? There's got to be.
I'm sure there are. Probably like workout apps or something like that. Or...
No, like dating apps.
Oh, dating apps? I don't know.
Yeah, because that would make sense, right? Like, why do I want a dating app created by a single person? You're fucking single.
Right. Yeah, we actually used an app to find each other and then created
an app.
This would be the best story. Maybe this is what we're supposed to do.
Created on an app so we met on an app, got married because of the app, and then created our own app. So now the app is run by a married couple who met on an app.
Right.
I feel like this has to exist. I wonder if it's like that new one. There's a new one called like Coffee and Bagels.
No, that one's been out. I was on that when I met you.
That's really?
An old one, yeah.
So Hinge.
Hinge is the newest one, I think.
I'll do some research on that.
No fuckery app coming soon.
2040. How old will we be?
They'll already have figured something out by then.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd think that these apps would just be a lot better now, but I mean, it doesn't sound like they are.
It doesn't sound like they are. It sounds like they're the same, and
There's a lot of variables to like think about though, especially with like the bots and just kind of honing the whole thing in. Like, how do you get people to do what you want to be done on the app? even if we did, there would definitely be something. We're missing something in this app. Like,
Oh,
people
of
would do
course.
some shit. They do like some like people would still post probably fake pictures of themselves. I think that would be it.
Well, especially with AI now, you know, I think that that's how AI could obviously do some shit too. But at the end of the day, again, unless you're going on these sites to strictly be a pen pal, then it's like, this is like how I don't understand how, what was that show? There was a show on MTV with Dev, anyway, I forgot his name, but it was Catfish.
Oh yeah.
And I never understood that because in my mind, I'm like, okay, so you created this account based on some stranger's pictures and everything. You turned yourself into a whole different person. And then you got into a relationship with someone, but never actually fucking FaceTime them?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any fucking sense to me. How is that still happening? How are people getting catfished like that? Because I'm like, if I'm meeting you and I'm trying to date you, then how the fuck am I dating you, but I've never actually FaceTimed with you and seen your fucking face?
Everybody on that show needs to talk to somebody like you, a therapist.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, it just doesn't.
Everybody.
Like, how do you get that? How do you get months in talking about you've only talked on the phone? Or some of them were talking how they never even spoke to them because they were always at work. And I'm like, this doesn't even make any... Really?
There's a lot of layers. I mean, maybe you might have to call the app Confidence and have different subliminal ways of, and then even like as you're registering, there'll be like a paragraph and it says like, listen, we here at No Fuckery or Confidence or whatever the fuck you call the app, believe in truth and honesty. So when you post this picture you're about to post right now, it has to be you. If we find out it's not you, we're kicking you off. Like something very like direct and saying, listen, this is what we're trying to do.
It needs to be real.
But you know what? On this site.
I think that AI can do that now for apps. If you think about it, I'm pretty sure that there's some type of technology, right, that can scan profiles.
Yeah, it
to
has
make
to be
sure,
a live photo.
To make sure,
yeah.
Right, exactly, right. So
it would have to be. You can't like upload a photo. It has to be a live picture.
Like for example, with what is it? Was it with the so like the IRS, right? So when you log on to the IRS accounts, they have something called Face ID Me thing. So like when you want to make a payment or whatever, and you go in and you have to log into your account, you have to create this Face ID account, and they scan your face, to make sure it's like, you know.
Yeah. Yep. It would have to be something
That's
like that.
how it would have to wean out. Which again, I don't understand why that hasn't happened yet. That would eliminate so many catfishes.
For some reason, I feel like there's like an incentive to not eliminate that shit, because why wouldn't they have already done it?
That's what I'm saying. Because they want bullshit. They want people to have chaos and drama in their lives and do all this stuff, because that's a part of that drama and chaos is what keeps people to continue to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Although it's obviously fucked up chaos and drama, nobody wants to go through it. If you think about the brain being stimulated, depending on, let's say, what kind of person you are, what you've been through in your life, some people gravitate towards chaos and drama. And that is what stimulates their brain, you know?
Yeah, maybe. No fuckery, fucking face scan, and coffees. No talking. The end. The only talking you're doing on this app is in person.
In person. I agree.
There'd probably be about 10 people on it.
Yeah.
10 people in every state that actually want to fucking meet somebody for real.
To be honest, I'm actually quite shocked that you like got a lot of girls, because your profile statement, I wish I was exaggerating. His profile statement was at least a good 2-page essay.
It was a couple paragraphs.
It was so long and broken down. It at least read from here to like down here. I've never seen such a lengthy, detailed, descriptive profile
Because you know where that came
comment
from.
or whatever.
That came from Wes, my numerologist, right? So he said, he has this thing that he says is like, basically the world is like a restaurant, right? If you go to any restaurant and you ordered a hamburger, right? And you just said, I want a hamburger. That hamburger might come out with a gluten-y bun. It could have no tomato on it. It could be burnt. It could be whatever, right? But if I said, I want a hamburger with a gluten-free bun, cooked medium and with mayonnaise and lettuce and tomato and blah, 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 and all the details and pickle and onion and whatever, I put that order in. Guess what? The restaurant's gonna make that for me. So that's what the universe is, right? So that was me putting in my order for you.
You did. Very, very heavily so, you did. But I could see a lot of people seeing that and just being like, whew, that's a lot, and kind of like pushing it by.
Yeah,
but when I saw it, I think for me, see, what I took as fuckery were the guys that only said things like, hey, here to meet someone, period. Like that to me, I was like, that's not enough.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, mine was like, don't fuck around. Don't come at me if you're not real, period, you know? So when I saw yours, I was like, this is substance. And I live for substance. And so when I saw it, I was like, oh, this is meaty. It's girthy. There's substance to this. This is someone who actually truly, this is someone who really took the time, who cared enough to take the time to write this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
That to me is a winner.
Guaranteed it filtered out. There was like probably maybe 100 girls that normally would have hit me up that didn't because of that. I was actually fucking myself because I just wanted to fuck around, right?
But you did not.
But that wasn't the goal. I had other sites for that.
Did you really?
I was on all the apps.
Yeah, but
each app was for something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so at the time that I met you, were you actively engaged in sexual relations with someone else?
At the time I met you, that week, no.
Okay.
Probably not. I'd say maybe within a month before I met you, maybe. But nothing like serious. Yeah. Or maybe even not. I don't know. Because I was meeting girls on there, but then we would be together for a couple months or something, and then it'd be like, this is not working out,
Now, when you met me, right? And we met that day, and then you left the next day and went back to Rhode Island, right? Were you engaging in sexual relations after you met me until we solidified what we were? Be honest.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
No, because before I met you, I think I was dating this one chick for a couple months.
The
and then
the
I
wig
broke
girl?
up with her. Yeah. And then I broke up with her probably a month or a few weeks before I came down there and met you.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, no, it was, where are we going with this? What about you?
Of course I was having sex before I met you. I had the sex addict.
I mean, that night that we were supposed to meet up, but you didn't want to meet up or whatever, I told you I met that girl at the hotel.
Yeah, but you didn't leave with her, you said.
I didn't leave with her? No,
You didn't have sex with her, you said.
I
That's what you
didn't
told me.
have sex with her. We just made out or whatever.
I was on a date that night.
But I would have, though. She was just lame.
I was on a date that night that didn't go well. It was just boring. And then I hung out with Raph.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So then after I went home, did you have any relations with anybody?
No, because the sex addict had ended things with me because he was honest with me and told me that he could not provide me with what I needed.
During that time?
Which thankfully so, which I thought was very, very nice to do, actually. And then when I was FaceTiming you one day and we were talking, I had went to him to go meet up with him because he had some stuff of mine.
I think I remember that.
Uh-huh. And you were going somewhere, and then I pulled you up on the phone on FaceTime. We were talking while he was sitting right next to me, and I was like, da, 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 hello. And he was like, oh, you got a new guy? And I was like, actually, I have met someone.
Like, he cares anyways. I mean, he's a
I
sex
know!
addict. He probably had sex. He was probably having sex like later on that night with some other girl.
Well, just because he's a sex addict doesn't mean that he doesn't care. But
It doesn't.
no, it doesn't. They can still have feelings. They could love their wives or husbands and still be a sex addict, unfortunately.
Interesting.
There's no emotion in sex addiction. It's all about power and control. This is a whole new topic we're going down. Because I can get into that, guys. All right, so let's wrap it up.
All right, so yeah, we got our podcast out in the world. I mean, not a podcast, our new
app,
apps.
new dating app, No Fuckery, coming soon.
No fuckery.
All right, everyone, have a great rest of your day.
Yep.
And stay positive, stay energized, protect your energy. That's like really important. And I don't know, do something today before you go to bed. Wind down, take a bath, relax, meditate. I don't know, listen to some really great music, whatever.
Yeah.
Set the tone.
Do it.
All right, guys, we will see you next Sunday.